Hello everybody, Roy Oshrov here, founder of Legato, and I'm really happy and pleased to show you the first ever public preview of Legato stores for artists. What is a Legato store? Well, you can see it right here. A Legato store is a special store or catalog that you manage. It's really a smart contract that you as an artist would manage on Web3. And that smart contract contains a specific catalog of songs. Now, those songs are themselves smart contracts, but they're not regular music NFTs. They're actually blueprints. And a blueprint is this special thing that we came up with that represents how to register a song on chain. And when you look at a specific song here, it has both metadata, an image, of course, and splits information. So in this case, when we create the song, we determine the splits. We can even change them later. And once we create a blueprint here, it's not actually sellable yet. We can't actually make money on it yet. We are just registering it once. And now we can start monetizing songs in our catalog. And we have two ways that we allow you to monetize your catalog. The first way is by creating standard NFT collectibles. You can actually click on one of your blueprints and you can create a collectible from it. We're using decent.xyz to create the collectibles and editions, and this behaves just like any other music NFT or other NFTs that you might know, with one important difference. It actually has a parent IP or intellectual property, and it's this thing, this blueprint. This blueprint can actually collect the money from your music NFTs as they make money and actually send them to your splits. And then you can actually claim your splits through our smart contract. So you can manage all of the income from multiple NFTs. You can actually create multiple NFTs from the single blueprint and use them for different usages like ticketing, etc. The second way to monetize is by actually allowing people to purchase commercial licenses for usage, or give them free licenses if you want to make sure that people are allowed to use it and be explicit about it. And the way you do that is you actually manage licenses here by adding licenses. We actually support single song licenses and blanket licenses. Blanket licenses are great when you want to enable, let's say, streaming or aggregation through, let's say, Ulala XYZ, etc. And single song licenses are great if people want to use your song for a specific movie or an ad, etc. A license itself is a very special beast. It's a new innovation we came up with. A license itself is combined of both on-chain information and off-chain information. And it's actually a very special type of contract that's signed between two parties. That's you, the seller, and whoever the buyer is, usually probably a company that wants to license your music. This is what a license actually looks like. It's a special PDF template on one hand, which never changes, but it has these special parameters, as you can see here. The blue stuff comes from the on-chain information, the red stuff comes from the seller, the green stuff comes from the buyer, and we're actually signing the contract by actually creating transactions on-chain. Which means that we're going to have multiple templates like these, and we're going to enable you to license multiple ways. So let's say that you wanted to create a license for your music for ads. Well, we have a template for it, and we're going to have many more templates. Right now we have two. And when you want to create an ad sync license option, you basically input your special information about yourself and the address, because that's going to go into the contract. Now we're actually going to encrypt this, so it's not going to be visible on chain for anybody except the buyer and the seller. And then we can have extra parameters such as for profit, yes or no, and these actually go into the contract. And you can decide based on the parameters here what would be the cost that you're asking people to pay. Now you see the word fake here. That's because this is a demo running on the Mumbai testnet, which means that you're not actually using real dollars, but on Polygon or in Ethereum, you'd be paying using some sort of a stable coin like USDC or DAI or something else. But technically, we can support any type of token later on. So you can add multiple options of the same license with different parameters. And when you add a license, you're actually creating a transaction that allows you allows people to buy that license later on. And once you add licenses, that's kind of where people can come in and actually purchase those licenses or buy the collectibles. So how do they do that? Technically, they can just come to your store, which, as we said, is a smart contract. It actually can save money. Later on, we can talk about it in a different demo. But for now, if people want to buy a license or they want to collect your song, the way that they do this, because remember, your song is not transferable, but the licenses are purchasable and the NFTs are regular collectibles. Well, they could go to your store, but you could technically just embed your specific HTML that we're going to give you and actually put your licensing information and your song information so this card appears on your website. So you can create your own branding and do whatever you want. And when people go to your website, they'll be able to click these buttons. And as they click these buttons, they're going to see the options that we've already set before. In this case, we have the same ad license for profit or non-profit. I see that I created actually a typo here, so don't worry about it. We'll change it later. But this one costs $50. This one costs $1. We can make it free as well. As they select a license, they actually have to input their own parameters into the contract and then buy the contract using, again, maybe USDC or something else. And as they buy the contract, they get a license that they cannot transfer to anybody else. And the money gets sent into the splits that we've already set at the blueprint level, which means that the people who created the song will be able to claim the money from the smart contract when people either buy licenses or when they mint collectibles or any type of secondary sale, etc. So the nice thing here is that you manage everything from one place in the same location. You see all of the money that came in. You don't have to worry about going to different places. And you also don't have to re-upload your song every time. You upload it once, you manage it from here, and you can have multiple monetization options, such as ticketing, licensing, etc. And of course, people can buy a blanket license to use your song, maybe for streaming, maybe for aggregation. So that's basically it for the first demo. I'm sure you're going to have lots of questions. If you have more questions or you have a specific thing that you would like us to add, please find us on Telegram or email me, roy@legatohq.com. You can see my email at the bottom right here. But feel free to contact us. And if you want to join the beta that we're opening very soon in the next few weeks, please join us, contact me, and I would love to see you onboard your catalog here. Thank you very much, everybody, and may the force be with you.